If I mention the idea of manage your manager to you, what has come into your mind? Unless you're a CEO yourself, you might think of taking over or overruling, or even imagine your boss is making you a cup of tea. There you go, Keith. Oh boss, the tea is too hot. Make me another one. Joke aside, you probably won't take this idea seriously because that sounds so irrational. How is it possible to manage your boss? Their title already implies that they are responsible to manage the team, not you. Well, I didn't make up this concept myself. If you look it up on Google, you can find plenty of resources teaching you how to manage up. This concept isn't that popular compared to other productivity tips. So if you have such skills, you will have a significant advantage to your peers. Now, make sure you watch this video till the end. Hello everyone, my name is Keith So and I create content about career empowerment for young professionals. If you find my video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Okay, let me get it clear. The true meaning of managing your manager is to manage the relationship with your boss wisely, not managing in person. Whether you like it or not, your boss will decide the fate of your career. It's worth the effort to make your boss love to have you on their side. Well, some might dislike the idea because they think, that's people pleasing, that's not authentic, and they don't want to bootleg or send expensive gift to make them happy. Not true. Any relationship requires management, and I firmly believe this is one essential skill for success. And most importantly, I don't recommend bootlegging, and nor you should. It's more straightforward than you think. As long as you are supportive and the boss thinks highly of you, your life will be a lot more better. You can achieve this by communicating better with them, and here are a few tips that would help. So there are different types of bosses. Well, more accurately, I should say every person is different. Since every one of us have different personalities and working styles, and our approaches to manage up could vary, what works for boss A might not work for boss B. The key here is to be observant and be adaptive. Well, to begin with, we can broadly categorize people as introvert and extrovert. If we are dealing with introvert boss, we could be more precise and get to the point quickly and be more proactive when interacting with them. And on the contrary, you should expect to have more interactions with extrovert boss. It's definitely going to help if you can show more interest as they speak. So for example, you can use a bit of body language such as nodding, or apply some active listening techniques such as asking the right questions. Another thing to take note of is their working style and personal value. Study your boss carefully. Ask yourself various questions to get a better idea. Do they micromanage? If so, always be prepared to explain what you have done, what you're working on, and what you plan to do next, and keep them updated consistently. Are they hot-tempered? If so, then you don't want to get into their way and probably not bother them when they are looking grumpy or something, right? Once you gather all these information, you should have a good understanding of your boss. So you want to use the most suitable communication style to avoid unnecessary conflict. And as you are easier to deal with, then your boss will definitely like you more. Now, who likes being interrupted? I don't think there'll be anyone that likes it, right? It might seem obvious to you, but we tend to interrupt other people without knowing it. There's one time I've completed a difficult task, I was so proud of it, and I couldn't wait to show my boss what I've done. So I rushed to my manager's desk, excited, and I update him what I've done. Well, he just nodded while staring at the screen, and I suddenly remembered, oh right, he had important meeting coming up in half an hour later, and he was too busy with the preparation, so he probably didn't hear what I said. So from now on, I check my manager's calendar every now and then. From that, I'll be able to tell when's the best timing to provide updates or even predict what they need at a specific time and get it prepared in advance. And really, it doesn't take you that much effort, but it will help you to stand out. Another tip for you is think as if you are the manager. Wouldn't it be nice if your subordinate always get things done in advance or even over the hand before you ask them? In many companies, managers would have lots of responsibility, which means they'll be busier than you. It's also worth mentioning that they can get overwhelmed at times and they could be ending up making some mistakes or making wrong decisions as well. So if you can continuously save your managers from headaches or getting in troubles, then you are already providing excellent value, and that'll be really hard to replace. How do you do that? Try getting in the habits of thinking ahead and be proactive. So for example, predict your manager's action and have multiple plans on hand when the problem shows up. Remind your boss to follow up if you think your boss might have forgotten something important. And once you get better at it, you know how to find ways to assist your manager. And as I said earlier, your manager is busy, so you don't want to waste their precious time. A quick tip for you is don't ask questions where you can find answers easily on Google and asking the same questions over and over. Earlier, I have created a video about the 5 dumb questions that you should be asking, so be sure to check it out. If you ask these stupid questions, not only it will waste the time, but it also shows you that your lack of proactivity and the ability to work without supervision. If you're really stuck and unsure about the answers, at least think thoroughly and come up with a few options before you reach out. They'll definitely appreciate it if you can present all your findings beforehand. And now I'm sharing my last tip. You probably aren't too aware of it, but the managers are responsible for looking after the team and their well-being. So for instance, their KPI might consist of staff retention rate. So if many people are quitting, that might suggest the manager isn't doing a good job, that's why they leave, and that could affect their performance review. So in most cases, managers are supposed to want to see you thrive and stay happy because there's a mutual relationship here, right? So consider actively communicating with them. Tell them how they can support you so that you can optimize your performance. It saves them a lot of guesswork and you will benefit from the conversation as well, so why not? Alright, you might not be a manager, but that doesn't mean you don't need to know how to manage. You can fast track your career if you are great at managing your manager. A quick recap for you. Always remember to maintain a good relationship with your boss. So the first thing to do is always study your boss' personality and adjust your communication style. Another tip is try to understand the schedule so that you won't be getting into their way. And always remember to think ahead and be proactive. Try to solve the problem up front. And of course, don't waste your time because no one likes the time being wasted. Actively communicating with them because they want to see you successful as well. And yes, this is how I manage up. So what do you think about it? Do you find this helpful? If you find this helpful, again, be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss out to my other content. And thank you for watching. See you next week. Signing off.